Good day, my beloved brothers and sisters in Christ. Breaking news from the heart of the Vatican has sent ripples through the global Catholic community. Whispers of a groundbreaking revelation from Pope Francis are stirring both curiosity and anticipation. What secrets has he unveiled about the future of the Church's leadership? Who will bear the immense weight of guiding the faithful into a new chapter of history? And what bold vision does Pope Francis hold for the future of Catholicism? The answers promise to reshape the path of a 2,000-year legacy. Join us as we delve into this momentous story. Just moments ago, Pope Francis addressed a question that has been on the minds of many: the future leadership of the Catholic Church. After months of rumors and growing speculation, the Pope broke his silence, speaking directly about his health and the inevitable transition of leadership. This is a moment of historic significance, not only for the 1.3 billion Catholics around the world but for all those who look to the Church as a moral and spiritual compass. At 87, as Pope Francis approaches the 11th year of his papacy, questions about his stamina and capacity to lead such a vast institution have only grown. Despite his age, he continues to be a voice of strength and compassion. Yet even the most enduring leaders must prepare for what comes next. The Pope's words are a guidepost, a reflection of his hopes for the Church's future. His papacy has been nothing short of groundbreaking, characterized by courage, reform, and an unwavering commitment to inclusion and justice. Who follows in his footsteps will influence whether these values continue or take on a new shape. In the spotlight are three towering figures in the Church, each with a unique vision for its future: Cardinal Pietro Parolin, a diplomatic powerhouse currently serving as the Vatican Secretary of State; Cardinal Luis. As we explore this question of leadership, we first have to reflect on Pope Francis's incredible papacy, his legacy, his vision, and how his choices today will shape tomorrow. Pope Francis's time as pontiff has been nothing short of groundbreaking. Since stepping onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica in 2013 and humbly asking for prayers, he has brought a refreshing change to the papacy. His tenure is marked by a deep focus on compassion, inclusivity, and a vision of reform that has resonated worldwide. One of his most enduring legacies is his commitment to inclusivity. Pope Francis has worked tirelessly to make the Church a home for everyone, advocating for the poor, welcoming marginalized communities, and fostering dialogue between different faiths. His emphasis on understanding and unity has resonated far beyond religious circles, presenting the Church as a unifying force in a divided world. Yet Pope Francis's transformative papacy hasn't been without its challenges. The global Church faces a decline in attendance, particularly in Europe and North America, as younger generations grow more disenchanted with religion. Bridging this gap remains an urgent priority. Additionally, tensions between modern reforms and traditional doctrines have posed significant challenges. While many see his progressive stance as necessary for a changing world, others within the Church worry about straying too far from its core teachings. These tensions highlight the delicate path the next leader must tread, honoring tradition while guiding the Church into the future. The question of who will succeed Pope Francis goes far beyond identifying the next figure to don the white robes of the papacy. It's about the future direction of the Catholic Church, how it will navigate modern challenges and uphold its mission in an ever-changing world. This is no ordinary leadership transition, it's a profound spiritual and strategic moment, demanding a leader with a clear vision for the Church's path forward. Pope Francis himself has offered glimpses of the qualities he believes the next pope should embody. He has stressed the need for a unifier, a leader who can bridge divides, amplify the voices of the global South, and champion humility and pastoral care. These priorities set the stage for a succession process that will focus on leaders who reflect these values and have worked closely with Pope Francis to advance his vision. As speculation grows, attention turns to influential figures within the Vatican, each bringing unique strengths to the table. Among them are Cardinal Pietro Parolin, renowned for his diplomatic acumen, Cardinal Luis Tagle, celebrated for his connection with young people, and Cardinal Peter Turkson, a passionate advocate for justice and climate action. Each represents a facet of what the Church may need in its next chapter. One of the most prominent names in discussions of succession is Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State, known for his diplomatic skill and strategic mindset. Cardinal Parolin is a key figure in shaping how the Catholic Church engages with the world. As Vatican Secretary of State, Cardinal Parolin holds one of the highest-ranking positions in the Church, acting as a close advisor to the Pope and overseeing the Vatican's global relationships. His role combines theological depth with a nuanced understanding of geopolitics, as he manages the Church's interaction. What truly distinguishes Cardinal Pietro Parolin is his exceptional skill in diplomacy, a quality refined through decades of service to the Church. Born in 1955 in the small Italian town of Schiavon, Parolin entered the priesthood in 1980 and quickly found his calling in the Vatican's diplomatic service. After studying at the esteemed Pontifical Ecclesiastical Academy, he embarked on assignments in Vatican embassies worldwide, including in Mexico, Nigeria, and Venezuela. These early experiences immersed him in the complexities of international relations and church-state dynamics, laying the foundation for his rise to one of the Church's most influential positions, Secretary of State, a role he has held since 2013. Parolin's diplomatic prowess is evident in his ability to navigate delicate issues with world leaders. Under his leadership, the Vatican has taken significant strides in advocating for peace, human rights, and religious freedom. Among his most notable achievements is the negotiation of the 2018 Vatican-China Agreement. This historic yet controversial accord sought to address the fraught issue of bishop appointments in China, aiming to unify the underground Catholic Church with the state-controlled Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association. While not without criticism, Parolin's efforts underscored his boldness in addressing sensitive challenges to maintain the Church's presence in difficult regions. His commitment to diplomacy extends to some of the world's most volatile areas. Parolin has been a key player in fostering dialogue in conflict zones, from the Middle East traditions, especially Islam. His outreach to Muslim leaders has been pivotal in fostering mutual understanding and collaboration in regions plagued by religious tensions. Additionally, Parolin has elevated the Church's moral voice on the global stage, representing the Vatican at the United Nations. He has advocated for solutions aligned with Catholic teachings on poverty alleviation, human trafficking, and nuclear disarmament. His ability to present the Church's perspective in ways that resonate with both secular and faith-based audiences underscores his unique leadership. The Catholic Church is in a time of big changes and growing divisions, and Cardinal Parolin's steady hand might be exactly what's needed. He's been a strong advocate for unity and open dialogue, closely reflecting Pope Francis's vision of a church that builds bridges instead of walls. With his background in diplomacy, Parolin is well equipped to deal with internal divisions as debates heat up over Pope Francis's reforms, like his focus on inclusivity and pastoral care. Tensions have grown between more conservative and progressive groups. Parolin's gift for mediation and finding common ground could help steady the Church during this challenging transition. But what about the other two candidates? There's the charismatic bridge builder and the champion of justice in the global South. Let's dive into their stories next. One of the most dynamic and inspiring leaders in the Catholic Church today is Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, often called Asia's Pope Francis. Cardinal Tagle shares many of the traits that have made Pope Francis a beloved figure worldwide: humility, charisma, and a deep connection to everyday people. As a strong advocate for the marginalized and a bridge builder across cultures, he's frequently mentioned as a leading contender for the papacy. Cardinal Tagle earned his nickname for good reason. Like Pope Francis, he's known for his warmth and approachability. Whether speaking to a packed cathedral or visiting a remote village, his ability to connect personally with people has won the hearts of Catholics around the globe. His focus on pastoral care, inclusivity, and service to the poor mirrors the priorities of Pope Francis. Cardinal Tagle frequently emphasizes humility and compassion in leadership, urging the Church to remain rooted in its mission to serve the least among us. His relatable speeches, often infused with theological insight and personal stories, leave a lasting impact on his audiences. One of Tagle's greatest strengths is his connection to young people. At a time when the Church is struggling to engage with youth, he stands out as a leader who inspires and energizes the next generation. He's been deeply involved in youth programs and events like World Youth Day, where his vibrant presence and heartfelt messages resonate with young Catholics. Understanding the importance of modern technology, he uses social media and digital platforms to reach wider audiences, often delivering messages filled with warmth and humor. Through these efforts, he's become a beacon of hope for young people, showing that faith can remain relevant and meaningful in today's world. Tagle's ministry on the global stage, as president of Caritas Internationalis, Cardinal Tagle has been a strong voice on issues like migration and climate change. He's urged the world to treat migrants and refugees with dignity, framing these challenges as moral imperatives. His advocacy aligns with his broader vision of a church that stands with the vulnerable and promotes social justice. As a Filipino, Tagle represents the vibrant faith of Asia, where Catholicism continues to grow despite challenges like poverty and religious diversity. His leadership could strengthen the Church's presence in this dynamic region, fostering dialogue and unity among different cultures and faiths. With Asia home to many of the world's youngest populations, his focus on youth empowerment and inclusivity is especially relevant. Cardinal Tagle's potential as the next pope lies in his ability to balance tradition with innovation, humility with charisma, and theological depth with practical action. Still, his candidacy is not without challenges. Some critics question whether his compassionate, emotional style might lack the administrative strength needed to lead the global Church. Others note that, at 67, he could preside over a long papacy, which may deter those who prefer a shorter-term leader. Even so, for many, Cardinal Tagle represents a vision of hope and renewal for the Catholic Church. His ability to inspire young people, advocate for the poor, and elevate the Church's role in Asia makes him a compelling choice for the papacy and a symbol of a future filled with promise. Among the potential successors to Pope Francis, Cardinal Peter Turkson stands out as a leader who truly represents the Catholic Church's global mission. He's a strong advocate for justice, environmental care, and uplifting the marginalized. Coming from the global south and with years of trusted service in key Vatican roles, Turkson brings a unique mix of tradition and progressive action that makes him a compelling choice for the papacy. Born in Ghana in 1948, Cardinal Turkson has spent his career fighting for justice and equality. He made history in 2003 as Ghana's first cardinal and has since become a leading voice on issues like poverty, inequality, and the exploitation of vulnerable communities. He's spoken boldly against economic systems that put profit before people, urging world leaders to prioritize human dignity. This commitment to justice aligns perfectly with Pope Francis's focus on standing with the oppressed and challenging systemic injustices. One of Turkson's biggest contributions has been his leadership in environmental advocacy. As president of the Pontifical Council for Justice and Peace, which later became part of the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development, he played a key role in shaping Laudato Si', Pope Francis's groundbreaking encyclical on caring for the environment. Turkson's passion and expertise helped craft this important call to action, which connects climate change and environmental destruction to moral and social responsibility. His work shows how deeply intertwined social justice and environmental care are, and how the Church can lead the way in addressing these global challenges. Cardinal Turkson also represents the vibrant growth of Catholicism in the global South, especially in Africa. The faith is thriving there, with youthful, energetic communities shaping the Church's future. Turkson's African roots carry huge significance. His potential as the next pope would mark a powerful moment in Church history, giving a voice to the experiences and hopes of Catholics in this dynamic region. Choosing a leader like Turkson would send a strong message about the Church's priorities in the modern world. His background and experience show his ability to think globally while staying grounded in the needs of everyday people. As head of the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development, he has tackled some of the Church's toughest issues: migration, human rights, sustainable development, and more. This role has proven his ability to handle the complex demands of leadership while keeping the Church's mission at the center of everything he does. Turkson's leadership style is inclusive and collaborative, focusing on listening to marginalized voices and encouraging dialogue. While he may not have the same charismatic style as Pope Francis, his steady and thoughtful approach ensures continuity in the Church's mission. Like Francis, Turkson sees the Church as a moral guide and a champion for the voiceless, shaping a future where faith speaks directly to the challenges of our world. While Pope Francis hasn't officially endorsed Tagle or made any formal announcements, his words carry significant weight. By naming Tagle as the leader he envisions for the Church's future, he's giving a clear signal about the direction he hopes the Church will take, a direction focused on inclusivity, service, and unity. This revelation has already sparked excitement and speculation. Could Cardinal Tagle really be the next pope? And does this reflect the kind of leader the Church needs right now? Let us know your thoughts.